Hi everyone. Uh, just wanted to start off to show you what it looks like when you're sleeping in the Kia Niro. I wasn't able to find any videos online of anyone really showing off how to set up the Niro, how they made it happen. I had to kind of figure a lot of this out on my own. But I just woke up and this is what it's like, at least the way that I did it. As you can see, there's reflectix in these windows. As you can see, I got the window cracked there. We've got some more reflectix and, of course, just the regular window shade at the front. This fan is blowing with USB power, which it's getting from this battery, which is also charging my phone. So yeah, that's what it looks like from inside. I'll go outside and explain a little bit more of how this is all set up. And there's my little Cairn mini light that I just got that's providing just a little extra light in here. So this is what it looks like from inside at a little after 8 o'clock in the morning. I do have some reflectix for the back window, but I don't have it in right now. I wanted to be able to get the sunlight in. I'm at a campground currently, so there's no worry of anyone spotting me. I just wanted to have the nice view in the morning. Okay, here's a slightly different view. This is from the seat behind the driver's seat. Got a few things going here. I've got my headlamp. This is a mount that actually goes onto the back of the headrest, so I can put my phone here. I actually watched a movie here last night. You can see that the passenger seat is pushed all the way forward, and it is all the way up as well. There's this little cord here. This is paracord, which is suspending this piece of wood that I cut out. Hopefully I'll have a link to where I got these dimensions in the information down below. This is the boxes of storage that I have. I have cooking supplies and things like that in those. As you can see, there's 2 pillows. Got a large dehumidifier up there. It's very important to try to offset some of the humidity that you create in a closed environment like this, so I highly recommend something like that. As you can see here, I've got a kind of a mattress. This is actually a 2-inch piece of craft foam, and then this is a sleeping bag liner for covering the outside. This 2-inch piece of craft foam I got from Walmart in the craft section. I believe it's used for making seat cushions, that sort of thing. But the length of it was, I believe, exactly 70 inches, which is roughly how tall I am, with just a little bit more room to go. So that was a great fit, and this has been a good purchase so far. I'm sure you could purchase something much more expensive, but this has really done it for me. And if you wanted more padding, I would definitely go for something a little thicker. I don't know that I would stay on this, like, I don't know, every day of the week, but I guess you would probably get used to it. This came in for like $26 or something like that, so the price is really not too bad for the expenditure. And I can just roll it up. I put a little clip strap around it, and we just leave it in the car all the time, so it's there to roll out whenever you need it. This board is actually the same, and as you can see, the board I have actually put some carpet on. I bought a $1 rug. I cut it down, and I used staples to staple the carpet to the board. I don't know that I would recommend that. I would probably use some small tacks or something like that. But you can see where the seat ends and where the board begins. Again, my apologies that it's so dark in here, but it's dark because I've got everything in. So this is by design. If I had the back window in, it would be even darker than it is now. And that's my sleeping bag. Going all the way back, you have that little bit of room down in the cubbies in the back there that you can store additional stuff if you want to. And you can see the reflectix that I created to put into the windows. These pieces in the front are pieces that I purchased off of Amazon that were pre-cut for these windows. Part of the reason I did that was I was so tired of dealing with all of this reflectix stuff that I finally broke down and just bought these. For whatever reason, I had a lot of difficulty making this happen. We live in an apartment, so I had to keep going out and like measuring our windows and holding up pieces of reflectix to the window and trying to cut them and making wrong cuts. And it didn't help that I went the worst possible way, which was that I was using reflectix from other sunshades or from our Blue Apron meal plan bags. So what was happening was that the stuff that I was using was much flimsier than you would get if you just bought a roll of reflectix. But these ones that are on the window now, although they don't look great, they do the job, and I'm relatively happy with them. As you can see there's a suction cup handle poking through the back, and then there's some black fabric on the front, and the black fabric kind of extends to fill in the gaps around the light. Again, doesn't look great, but since the windows are already tinted, when you look at it from the outside, it is completely black. Same here with the side windows. I have a mesh anti-bug netting over the window right now, and then I have the window cracked just a little bit. Doesn't look great from the inside. From the outside, obviously, you would see the anti-bug mesh. But if it were just the reflectix, it would absolutely block all the light, and you would not be able to see in here because it also has that fabric border that is helping to protect and block the light. So that is the same setup on both sides. And yeah, soon we'll go outside and I'll talk a little bit more about the options out there. Just wanted to throw this shot in here of this Hasika hatch cover tent like attachment. I ended up taking it off in the middle of the night just because it was very windy, more than 20 miles an hour, which made that very loud. But it was great. Otherwise, absolutely love it and would recommend it. You can see here how the platform is being supported by the two storage boxes. In my case, I prefer that extra bit of support underneath. You don't have to have that. You'll see a little bit later here where I remove those, and that the wooden platform by itself is just fine. The wood, by the way, I think it's like 3/4 of an inch plywood from Home Depot. It's just a maybe 100-pound weight paracord. And you can see from the other side here that I like to keep the seat open. That way I can hop in and out. I can put stuff into it as I need to. And it's a little easier to get in and out on that side than it would be to climb down out of the bed from the other side. This is a shot of just the platform by itself. You can see what it looks like. Again, 3/4 of an inch plywood with some carpet over top, and then some holes just drilled for the paracord. The placement of the paracord, I should add, the length of the paracord is very important when you're building this. Don't tie anything until you're certain of how it's going to hang. And this is the final shot of what it looks like if you're looking in from the rear hatch. Because of the wide-angle lens, the car looks a lot longer than it is, but it's not, trust me. And as you can see here, I was able to, once I put all of the bedding away, actually do some cooking in the hatch area. I hope that this has been helpful and informative for you. I know it was difficult for me to figure out what sorts of choices I was going to make with my Niro. Have fun with it and make it your own.